Howdy, Nova Nation, and welcome back to Nova Open 2023. And this is Kyron with the Vogue Trader Miniature, and I'm here with my good friends and vendors.
I'm Rose.
And I'm Lucas.
And we run the Fyre and Ash booth.
Nice. And you guys make wooden terrain? What do you make? So we have some here, but just explain what you guys make.
We make laser engraved custom wooden dice towers and TTRPG supplies.
Nice. And where are you guys based out of?
We're in Baltimore.
Okay, so you're right up the street. Fantastic. Not a far drive for you at all.
Yeah,
nice.
We're neighbors.
We're neighbors? Okay, I'm on the other side of the river, so I'll come visit you one day.
Please do.
So I want to start off from the beginning. How did you get started in this?
Okay, so we use lasers to make our products, and I just wanted to pay homage to the process that was put into coming up with our products. I have only started 4 fires yet.
Only 4?
Only
so
4.
Those are rookie
Wait,
numbers.
you said 3 last time.
I know.
I wasn't invited.
There was one more. And it's just been a process trying to come up with the right settings for everything and being able to work with wood, which is a little bit trickier. So there's a little bit of fire, there's a little bit of ash, and then our logo is the phoenix. So just kind of rising from those mistakes and making things work.
Well, as long as you learn from your mistakes, you keep on going. That's what matters, right? So let's see. How'd you get started in this? How'd you decide just to go make stuff out of wood? Just one day, just woke up, this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
That's your...
I used to be a tax accountant.
Really? Okay, that's what you did before you were a tax accountant?
Yeah. And I really did just say like, oh, I want to buy a laser and see what I can do with it. We started with a couple of different products. I made some like Dune themed spice towers for a while. And then just settled on dice towers, put them up on Etsy, did really well. Nova last year was our first convention, and that's when I brought Lucas on with me. And he came and helped out at that convention, and he's been head Oompa Loompa since.
Head Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, and we just love the community, and I've been a nerd in my whole life.
So speaking of nerding, what do you nerd? How do you nerd? Like, do you play tabletop games, D&D? What's your choice of poison?
Yes.
Yeah, everything? Yes. I love that.
I mean, for me, it's mostly D&D. I'm actually trying to branch out into more stuff. Actually, we met through doing D&D like Adventurers League at a local comic shop. One day, she's like, oh, well, hey, me and my family would love to host. We can take the games there instead of being at the shop all the time. And we've actually been rotating DM responsibilities. And it's actually led to expanding into other games.
Nice. So you guys do dice towers and stuff. Would you have any plans to expand product in the future? Any terrain, anything else?
We've talked to a few people about doing custom terrain pieces. That's how a lot of our products develop, is people come to us and say, oh, could you do this? And we say, yes, we can.
Yes, and you just figure a way out to do it?
We figure out a way to do it, start a few fires, and then eventually end up with a product and say like, ooh, this is really cool. We want to like maybe tweak it a bit or add a different art piece to it and just kind of like keep it going.
Just keep on tracking.
Keep it on the store.
So do you do custom orders? Have you done any Kickstarters or anything else?
Oh, have we?
We did a Kickstarter last year.
Okay, how'd that go?
We funded in 48 hours.
Wow. Okay. Nice. What was the Kickstarter for?
So the Kickstarter was actually to kind of further advance our capabilities for manufacturing. To start off with, Rose had the one Glowforge laser, and that was kind of a drive to, I mean, literally kickstart, going into high gear into business. Now you have the 2 lasers, now we're going for 3, just to keep up with demand.
Yeah.
If I can ask, how much does a Glowforge laser cost? It's a lot of woods, and my English is bad.
The Glowforge was about $5,000 to get started.
Okay.
And then we've upgraded to I can get technical if you want. But
Nope, I'm an engineer. Go.
okay, we upgraded to an OMTech 80 watt CO2
Okay.
laser. So it's been a bit of a process. I've started naming this laser Theseus because I've replaced so many pieces on it. Everything from like tiny grub screws to I've gone through 2 laser tubes on this guy.
Okay.
I think the chassis is the only thing original on that thing.
Is this just bad luck, or is it just quality? I mean, of the machine.
It might be because it wasn't off-brand. I don't think it was actually OMTech.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going on-brand for the rest.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Boss. I'm gonna get a Boss laser.
Is that serious? Because a Boss laser, a joke, was actually a laser called Boss
There's
laser.
an actual brand Boss laser.
I had the same question.
Yeah, and I want to up the wattage. Like if we could start doing like 100 watt and just buzz through product. I want to get like a huge bed so we can do like 3 books at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, massive DM screens is
Ooh.
the dream.
Massive DM. You have one, and do correct me if I'm wrong. I think I filmed it. You have one downstairs you're showing.
Yes.
Is that just is that one you make and sell, or is that one just a sample product?
It's a sample product.
Okay.
Because someone asked for a DM screen and came back this year and visited. He was a Nova customer.
Nice.
So he came by and he's like, I see you have the DM screens. I was like, yep, you were the first one.
He was actually the first to not only ask for it, but order it.
Yep.
Nice.
And so we have that as an option. We just haven't had time to kind of like make an inventory worth of DM screens, but we put it up there so that people can see it and they know this is something we can handle. And if you want to do a custom order, we fill out the form. I send photos back and forth with you. Like we pick out the designs and try and find things that match a person's vibe or match their DMing.
It's a very involved process to make sure that we get it right for the customer.
Yeah, we want it to be stylized to them.
No, as a small business owner, I have a day job. I'm also a small business owner, and I work for Nova. I understand the small business mindset.
Many hats.
I know, my cowboy hat's over there somewhere. I'll go about my horse around Nova. But you know, that's one of the big things you have to do is, you know, you have to focus on the customer. And I'm glad you guys, even as you grow, you still have the mindset of focus on the customer.
Oh, yeah.
Because, so, speaking of customers, you said you had one gentleman who came back. How has the rest of Nova been for you in meeting customers and meeting people?
Oh, it's been fantastic.
It's been like a mini reunion, really.
Yeah.
You've ran into a lot of people from last year?
A lot of staff members, attendees, other vendors.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a really nice kind of get together of like, oh, I remember you guys last year. Like, it's been pretty cool.
Good. I'm glad. And you've said you've done all convention. We were your first, which thank you. What other ones have you done?
Oh, well, since Nova, I've done about 25.
You live on the road. Like,
25 to
I lived
30.
on the road for work. You live on the road.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
What?
The big ones, the highlights where we did GalaxyCon
In
Okay.
Richmond.
in Richmond was amazing. We
Oh
sold
my
out.
god. That was the fastest loadout ever.
We brought things to build at that convention, and we were building them behind the shelves, and people would see them, and they would be like, "Oh, that's a really cool design. Can I buy it?" And we'd be like, "Come back in an hour when the glue's dried."
Yeah.
That was an amazing convention. We did Origins.
Oh, we made Gen Con this year.
Origins. We got into Gen Con.
Oh, you got the Gen Con. Nice.
Yeah. It was an adventure.
That's how you know when you made. When you hit Gen Con, you've made it.
So yeah, and we're glad to be back at Nova.
Good. I am glad you're back in Nova. I wasn't here last year, but I'm glad you guys came back for round 2.
Yeah.
And hopefully we see you next year for round 3.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I think this might be our home convention at this point. Not only was it our first, but like the community is fantastic, and just we love it here, really.
Love it.
No, that's one of the things I do love about Nova is we are small, but we're also big enough though. We've always had a good community because I've been with Nova for, I'm gonna sound old saying this, a decade now, and it's been a lot of the same group of guys and gals since the beginning, and they just keep coming, and we have a lot of good people. We never have any issues with people, so knock on wood.
Yeah.
Don't want to
That's
jinx myself.
convenient.
Yeah, right. So you mentioned that you make these. So you don't sell any kits. It's all finished. You finish it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything we do in-house and literally in a house, her house. Everything is built from start to finish there by us. We don't do kits or anything, but we do leave all the wood unfinished.
Okay.
Unless it's like a custom order and it's requested. Mainly because just like every great adventure that's going to be had around our products, we believe everything should be open-ended. So you don't want to do some stain, paint, maybe just like a little poly coat. It's all up to you to make it your own.
Nice. Let's see. I really can't think of anything else. Anything you want to? Oh, actually, let me face this. What's next for you? What's next in the list?
So we're doing our second Kickstarter
Okay.
so that I can get that boss laser.
Okay. What's the second Kickstarter consist of?
So we have decided that we are releasing the Hollow Book Dice Tower that we have.
Okay.
We're going to be doing it in a deluxe finish that we've done before, but we are also doing an in-between where we're doing like this red ombre color to it on the wood. And then we're introducing, like we've been showing off a little bit, hinting at the modular system that we've done with the books, where you can mix and match, kind of build the bookstore or the game storage that you want into the book. But we are officially releasing that with the Kickstarter. So you can have a dice tower, a dice organizer, mini storage, deck box. We're doing this really cool dice vault that just feels like you're holding a scroll in your hand.
Okay.
It's so cool.
Yeah, everything has magnets in it and just snaps together really well.
Nice.
So that's our next Kickstarter, and we're doing it around Halloween because we've worked with Brutal Bohemian, the artist, and he did this amazing piece for us that was a dragon skull.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
It's a dragon skull with like overgrown vines around it, with like
got like a D20 in the center of the horns.
The horns are holding up the D20. There's honeysuckle around, like mushrooms with crystals kind of peeking out. Like it looks absolutely epic, and it's just going to really fit around that Halloween time. So that's what we're aiming for.
It's also kind of helping us do a soft rollout of a new concept we're trying to do, where we're trying to do like multiple art drops per year, where we start changing up a lot of the aesthetics of like, you know, here we have, I believe, the Dragon Book, which was done by an artist we commissioned. A lot of the other stuff, though, is a lot of it's done by Rose's husband, Nick.
Okay.
We're looking to team up with other artists to commission or collaborate in order to have, you know, new and fresh designs every couple of months, a few times a year, hopefully. And this is our first step forward in earnest to accomplishing that.
Nice. And what's the end goal? Or do you have an end goal? Let me face my statement. What's your shoot for the stars goal?
Take over Wormwood.
Take over Wormwood. Okay. Buying a furniture company and going all out. So do you want to make tables one day?
Well, I figured the other vendor here that makes game tables,
Bra full of sawdust.
Raw Full of Sawdust, Gabby is amazing, and I told her, okay,
She is amazing, yes.
In 3 years, if you aren't bought out and I'm not bought out, we're going to get together and we're going to take over the gaming world. The end goal is to make cool stuff. Like, I've already quit my full-time job as a tax accountant. I don't think you'll ever quit your job.
I mean, I work in TV and film. I love it, but I'm not going to lie. We keep talking about it, and I keep considering it, to be honest.
What is your day job, if I can ask you?
So I am an IATSE union member. I am a professional set dresser.
Okay.
So if this was a TV show or a movie, I
would
would
fail.
have put
I
this
would
couch
get
up,
F.
and I would put these... you did fine. I would put this coffee table, this couch, and these drapes up, and any wall sconces, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my day job. I also build theater sets.
Okay.
And when I'm not doing either of those things, I work for Rose.
Nice. So you've done woodworking, you've done hand tools before, so you know what you're doing.
I have a pretty good idea.
Maybe, just a little bit.
I mean, I still have my fingers, so
are you
I'm going to
sure
call that
those-
a win.
Okay, you sure those are your fingers, though?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, well, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for Nova. I'm glad you came on the show. So thank you.
It was great to meet you.
Good to meet you.
It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure.